written by Julie Builder. Table of contents. What and where? Wait. Over the past few decades, people have developed new technology to grow foods that never existed before. Now, people don't have to grow generations of plants to make them look, taste, or behave differently. Scientists can reseed a new trait in the laboratory simply by giving it a new gene. This gene can come from another type of plant or from a completely different organism. For example, most corn grows in the United States that have been changed to include genes from the soil bacterium called Bg. The bacterium kills insects that ingest it. As a result, the new corn has also the ability to kill insects that feed on it, creating a brand new organism by combining the genes of existing unrelated organisms is known as genetic engineering. The new varieties are known as genetically modified organisms. Some food made from GMOs are now commonly eaten by people in the United States every day. What and where are GMO foods? About 40% of all crops grown in the United States are genetically modified. The most common crops grown with GMO technology are alfalfa, cotton, canola, corn, sugar, beet, soya, and sugar. About 90% of the corn, cotton, and soybean grown in the United States are GMO. In all, it is estimated that between 60 and 80% of processed foods in the United States contain GMO. It can be surprising to learn about that all the places these modified foods turn up. For example, corn kernel are also made into products like cornmeal and corn syrup, in turn in cereal, cookies, pet food, and countless other food. Most food labels include a list of ingredients. However, they usually don't say whether or not any of those ingredients were genetically modified. That means almost all Americans have eaten GMO food without knowing it. Some people are working to change that by asking US government to require that manufacturers label all food products containing GMO ingredients. The law already requires that most food products have label listed ingredients and neutral facts. People who want labels for GMO food believe that consumers also have a right to know whether they are or not eating food grown using GMO technology. The benefits and risks of GMO. GMO food products became the part of U.S. diet in mid-1990s. Spokespeople for the new technology listed many benefits of GMO foods for agriculture and the family and the environment from genetic modified food. And many GMO crops on the market today have had new genes added in the resist crop-eating pests can spray fewer pesticides on their food. Many GMO crops are also designed to survive with killing chemicals. Farmers can spray herbicides on entire fields to destroy unwanted weeds without killing those crops. Some people say GMO crops can be grown using fewer chemicals overall. As a result, they say GMOs make agriculture less harmful to the environment and food safer for people. They also say that the stronger GMO plants can increase crop yields, making farming more profitable. However, some researchers say that as a whole farmer can use more chemicals since they started planting GMO crops. Others say that some insects and weeds were that the new crop and farmer increased spraying of wheat. They feared that the farmer will eventually need to use stronger chemicals to battle these new breeds of superbugs and superweed. This ongoing cycle could create new safety risks for both humans and the environment. People who support GMO food say that their potential to solve world hunger and reach any unknown risk. They say GMO large crop yields will be needed to feed people as human population grows. Researcher David Wessels say that limiting GMOs only hurt the world's starving population. But some opponents say that the widespread use of GMO crops is making the world supply more vulnerable. Experts at Princeton University warn that planting fewer varieties of crops can lead to quicker spread of disease in plants. For example, imagine if everyone grew the same GMO corn seed and a disease came along, what wiped out that corn? It would be also wiped out the entire key food source in one fell swoop. GMO in the environment. Scientists developed a seed for GMO crops in laboratories, but part of the GMO experiment is growing those crops on a wide scale in real life. Only then can the experts discover how GMO seeds affect the environment and nearly wild plants and animals. For example, wind can carry pollen from a field of GMO crops to a neighboring field of wildflower. If that pollen fertilizes some of the wildflower, their offspring may take on nutrients back into the food crop. Insects and other animals that carry pollen might also be affected. Some people fear that crops engineered to kill pests. Insects will also kill helpful insects such as ladybugs, bees, and butterflies. More studies need to be done to determine whether the claim is supported by fact. The monarch butterfly is a beneficial insect that pollinates crops and other plants. Monarch populations have declined as much as 90% in the past 20 years. Scientists have disagreed about whether or not Bt toxin harm monarch larvae that hatch and feed on GMO plants. Are GMO food good for people's health? In some cases, people who support GMO food say that those foods can solve serious human health problems. They say GMO can produce more food for people in the world's poorest area. In addition, some GMO crops have been developed to have fight disease in those areas. For example, scientists are experimenting with rice that has been changed to produce vitamin A. The new rice could help prevent the blindness in places where people died lack vitamin A. However, some people say humans shouldn't eat GMO food until scientists know more about its long-term effect on health. They are concerned that genetic modified crops on the chemical to grow that may cause disease such as cancer. Another concern is the new food allergy because some GMO foods contain protein that people have never eaten before. Many studies have assessed the health risks of eating GMO food. However, people debate whether or not these studies have been provided good enough answers. People on one side say that hundreds of published studies on GMO show no significant harm to human health. People on the other side of the point to several hundred studies that they do show that GMOs are harmful. For example, studies have shown increase in depression, weight gain, and Alzheimer's disease since GMO food went on the market. One reason people on both sides of the issue can't agree on the conclusion is that they can't agree on the evidence. Each side is each side questions whether the other side's research is fair and accurate. GMO opponents say that the studies showing GMO crops are safe and not reliable because they are carried out by the same crops company and profit from those crops. Advocates for the industry say that the study cited by the opponent are faulty or biased. Furthermore, because private companies own the patents for most genetically engineered seeds, independent researchers have reportedly faced obstacles doing strict unbiased study on the new seeds. The positive, wait a minute, the positive or negative effect of any new technology cannot be fully understood without long-term study. To label or not to label. Wait a minute. The debate about benefits versus the risk of GMO food has met with a different reaction in the United States than in any other countries in the world. More than 60 countries, GMO have either been banned until further study can prove the safe, or foods containing GMO must be labeled in the United States. GMO foods are allowed on the market unless they can be proved to be harmful. The government does not require special label for food made from GMOs, yet public opinion polls show that the most consumer in the United States wants to see label on food containing genetically modified ingredients. They say that clearly labeling products contain GMO ingredients will help people choose whether they want to consume GMO foods. Some people are working to get new laws that pass would require labeling of GMO food in the state where they live. In 2014, the Vermont became the first state to require label on GMO food sold within its boundaries. Some businesses across the country, such as specialty grocery stores, have also pledged to label any GMO foods they sell. The company that develops, show and market genetically modified food saying that requiring GMO labels on their product will be unfairly hurt their businesses. Spokespeople for the GMO industry argue that labels won't help educate the public with the facts about GMO. Some say that due to the public fear of the risk of GMO, any label will scare people away. They say that labels will lump together GMO products that are made with different methods or ingredients. They warn that the label will only increase fear and show development of the new GMO products that might benefit people. Finally, they say that labeling every product will be expensive and complicated. The future of GMOs. People have eaten food grown to genetically engineered seed for only the past 2 decades, while hundreds of published reports have explored the benefit and the risks of GMO food. Many people believe this jury is still out on whether or not GMO food are safe. Mm-hmm.
You got a perfect score.